This week on Finding Avalon, we explore a day in the life of the captain as we cross the Pacific Ocean to the Marquesan Islands.
Welcome to the story of three sailors taking the long way home to Australia on a 38-foot boat called Finding Avalon.
Good morning, everyone. It's day 11. We've done about 1,430 miles, so we're a day away from halfway day. We've got about 1,670 miles to go on the rum line. I was lucky enough today to score a nice sleep between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. and now I've got the sunrise watch, which is really nice. I think it's everyone's favourite watch, which is the 5 a.m. until 8 a.m. On this watch we're going to run the engine because we find we need to run the engine at least 2 hours a day. The Sol is doing really well, but it generally drops off at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon because the mainsail shades it. So it then goes from 3 o'clock all the way till now without being recharged, and once it's running autopilot and the fridge and all the nav gear and everything, solar can't quite keep up with it. So yeah, so we run the engine for 2 hours a day, gives us a little boost anyway. All in all, we're probably about 2 days behind where we thought we would be, and that was because we went and helped our friends because they had some broken rigging and we had just the part to fix it, and then we've just been accompanying them for the last 2 days while the winds were light and they were testing out the repair. So yesterday was the first day that we sort of got both boats back up to about 6 knots. We would have managed to do about 145 miles, which is good. We really want to target about 150 miles a day to make sure we get there quickly. Pretty excited for this watch. Get to tuck into some banana bread that I made last night. Means we also get nachos today because I already made the chili to go on top of it yesterday. Anyway, let's go and enjoy the sunrise.
Pack your bags, old lover, 'cause I've been thinking of you as I fall through the hours and I slip through the days. Now the days are not ours, I waste away. But if I just keep on singing.
So my mahi specific lure that I'm making is derived from 2 components. First is a wooden bung, which I drilled a hole through the center of. The second is a Coca-Cola can. And I'm going to name this lure Coca Catcher. And the idea is that I've got this can I'm going to wrap around the wooden bung like so. It's got some nice reflective tails here. I'm going to have a little hook on the end, and I think we're going to catch a huge mahi on this one.
So this is Robert Glover, my lure. He's not quite finished yet, I need to draw some eyes on him, but he is the finger of a rubber glove, biodegradable, so if we lose him it's no problem. And a tonic water can to catch the eyes of our dear mahi. We've both made mahi specific lures because we're really sick of tuna. So we think these will do the trick. I think these, we've doubled our chances because we've both made one, and I feel like these are strong contenders. It's like a banana actually.
Every day on these crossings is same but different. You definitely start to get into a real rhythm where it's just sort of eat, sleep, sail, repeat. And some days you're totally exhausted and all you can do is eat and sleep and sail if possible. And then some days you're full of energy and you've slept really well and the conditions have been relatively calm, and then the day seems to go really slowly and you have to find things to fill in your day to keep busy. And today's kind of been one of those days for me. Yeah, found time to get to all those little boat jobs which I've never validated doing because I'm always in a beautiful place or I've got something better to do. And out here it's kind of felt like the right time to do some of them, which is nice. I filled up the boat with some diesel, so I put 60 litres in, which is about another 30 hours of motoring, so hopefully that'll get us to the Marquesas. But I've still got another 60 litres to go in jerry cans that we can put in. It's also right about now when I start checking the weather because the latest forecast is out. We use Predict Wind and we do that via the Iridium Go. I have to say it's really a pretty good system. So far has been really quite reliable. We're able to text, email, we can even call if we want, and on crossings like this we go for the unlimited plan, just because it sort of suits all our needs and we don't have to worry about trying to conserve data and whatnot. And in particular these weather models take a really long time to download, so we're going to let this sit here for the next 20 or 30 minutes while all the weather downloads, and then we'll have a look at what's installed for the next 10 days. And it's looking really good. It's looking like we should have a really nice, say 12 to 15 knots for us on a broad reach, or possibly just dead downwind towards the latter bit. You can see that we actually follow this light patch, which let's hope we don't catch up to it, and then the breeze just builds in behind us over the coming days. So what I do with this information is I just plot this into the chart plotter and I just try to gauge how we're going and tracking. So You can see up here that we started in Panama, we made our way to Galapagos here, and then we've basically just been going all the way down. We've been traveling northwest over the past 11 days. Now, one line that I find quite helpful is this line here to this triangle. And this is a point that I put on, which is basically the latitude of our destination, in this case being the Marquesas. And what that helps me do is determine how much further south we can go before we've gone too far, and we'll end up making our way back north, because at the end of the day, the Galapagos is north of the Marquesas, so we're always trying to make ground south. Once we pass this line, we've gone too far, and then all that distance we make past this line, we're gonna have to make up again going north. So it's not a hard and fast rule, but it's just a nice guideline. Crossing has been really just a sailor's dream in regards to conditions and weather and wind. Most boats feel really good sailing off the breeze, so when either a beam reach or a broad reach, Avalon particularly likes these conditions. It's still easy to handle, but you're able to maintain 6 to 7, 8 knots. The sails are really easy to manage and trim. At the moment we've got the breeze on 120 degrees, so basically coming out straight from behind me here. That you also get quite a nice swell. So at the moment we've got a prevailing ground swell, which is on the beam, but at very long periods. It's big and rolly. And then we've got our wind swell, which is basically just coming out of the direction of the wind. So it's kind of nice because we're catching the little runners and then easing up over the top of the big waves. Also means we don't have to deal with spinnaker poles and sailing downwind, which, while can be more comfortable, it can just be a little bit more technical and harder to sail in general, because often you've got a small window or a small margin of error before you've accidentally jibed or backed the jib. So yeah, quite a stark contrast to the Atlantic, which was wing on wing for 18 days in a 3 to 4 meter swell and 20 knots. Whereas this, we've had more like a 2 meter swell, 15 knots of breeze, and you're on a broad reach. Yeah, so it's just been really nice and comfortable.
It's 6 p.m. We've hit the 100-mile mark right now, and thought I'd let you know what the captain really gets up to on his days on the boat. So the girls are commandeering the boat, we're captaining. There's your pilot, and yeah, there he is, hard at work. Someone's got to do it. That's his real job.